Okay, so in the previous lecture we have discussed about the planning process. Okay, and the steps for planning, various steps which involves in the planning activities, such as the first step of any planning activity is the establishment of the goal or objective. Once you establish the goal or objective, then we need to establish the planning premises. That planning premises we need to consider whether it is an internal premise or external premise, whether it is tangible or intangible, controllable or non-controllable premises. Then we need to decide the planning period. Okay, so the planning period may be from 1 day to a year number of years. That may extend depending on the objectives. Okay, so for that purpose, we are going to just consider that lead time in the development and commercialization of the new product, time required for recovering the capital investment or the payback period, length of the commitment already made. These three things you need to consider. Then we need to identify the various alternatives which are available for this one, and then evaluation and the selection of the alternative. Okay, once you find out the n number of alternatives, you need to evaluate those alternatives so that you can select the best alternative. Okay, so for that purpose you need to put some criteria and just use CPM or PERT evaluation techniques over there. Then the last one is developing the derivative or supportive plan. So this is very important over here. Then for that purpose we need to do the programming, allocating of the resources, scheduling, fixing accountability, and the last one over here is the measuring and controlling the process. Now today with that what we are going to discuss. Today we will discuss about the prescribed standard for various activities. Okay, so when you need to do the planning, as a supervisor you need to carry out the short term planning. So you need to use the documentation for this purpose. So supervisor plays an important role in carrying out short-term plans for the organization. So what is the basic role of the supervisor? Supervisor is dealing with the short-term planning. The duration of this plan is less than 1 year. Okay, mostly these plans are daily plans or it may be weekly plans or quarterly plans. For that, supervisor must deal with the available resources, and when he need to do the short term planning, what he has to do, he has to deal with the available resources, manpower, by keeping customer expectation in the mind. What are the resources available to the in the organization for carrying out that activity? What is the manpower available so that my customers expectations are going to be satisfied? Okay, so what are the expectation of the customers? Customers normally want their product should be delivered within time. The product which is going to be delivered to the customer is of the quality which is expected by the customer. Okay, so these are certain expectation of the customer, and sometimes they will require the after sale service. After sale service is very important, which will increase your reputation in the market, and that will also lead to the mouth to mouth publicity. Okay, that customer, if you are going to just give the after sale service to the customer, you are going to provide the product on time, within time, to the customer, definitely the customer will get satisfied, and he will just tell the same thing to n number of his contacts that you have to just purchase from this one, these products are good, they are going to be delivered within time, and they are also giving the after sales service. If there is certain problem, the person will come within 24 hours or within few times, and he will just repair the products free of cost, all these things. So such type of things you need to do, that comes under the after sales service over here, within the warranty period or the guarantee period over here. Nowadays no one is giving you the guarantee, everyone is going to give you the warranty over here. The planning can be machine wise planning. So whatever the planning can be, which is done by the supervisor, is a machine wise planning. Okay, as how many machines are available, so each machine should be planned, the working time for each machine should be planned. Manpower planning, how many manpower is available, how much human power is available. Then material flow, and what is the method used for accomplishing the task, for the implementation or any measurement. So when he need to do the planning, he has to do the planning in these four categories. Machine, how many machines are available, how many workers are available, or what is the manpower availability, then how much material is available and what is the flow of material. Okay, and then appropriate, which method is used for converting the raw material into the finished product. These things then he need to consider over there while he is doing to the planning. So To do all these activities, supervisor requires systematic documentation. And if I want to accomplish all these activity, definitely this seems to be very small. ओके, काय चारच गोष्टी करायच्या आहेत असं दिसतं आपल्याला, पण दिस इज नॉट दॅट मच इझी. सो वॉट रिक्वायर्ड, इट रिक्वायर्ड द सिस्टमॅटिक डॉक्युमेंटेशन. Okay, thus prescribed from helps the supervisor and his team to carry out the task effectively. So what is required there? So you have to just use the prescribed form. If there is a prescribed form, then it is quite easy for him that what he has to do and how to carry out the task in the efficient manner. It is also brings standardization of the work. Okay, so if you are the prescribed form, then the work is standardized. Everyone is going to follow the same format, and if everyone is going to follow the same format, that whatever the person, whoever the person, you can easily analyze that one. So enable right decision making, that also enables the right decision making. Okay, and effective utilization of the available resources, establishing the link between authority and responsibility, and clarity of the work. So what are the advantages of prescribed form? The prescribed forms will bring the standardization. The work is on the same ground. Okay, so whoever, even though the supervisor is going to change, as standardized forms are there, so everyone knows that he need to fill the form in the particular manner. So even though a person does not come or someone is not is resigned from the job, your work does not get hamper over there. The work goes on continuation. Okay, it enables the right decision making. Decision making also get proper decision is going to be made when you are going to just go through these forms. Effective utilization of the available resources, because it tells how much resources are available and how you are going to allocate the resources. So effective utilization of the resources is going to be takes place. And it also establishes the link between authority and responsibility. Who is responsible for that and what is the authority of that person, and clarity of the work. Now we are just shown some few formats over here. What are these? This is the most commonly used format in the manufacturing and the process industry. Material requisition form. What is the material required for producing the final product? So this form is used to procure the material from supplier to the factory. Okay, so why this form is required? This form is used to procure material, to purchase the material, to take the material from the supplier to the factory, so that the production will not stop. Okay, so if I have this form, I will just put my requirement that I require 10 units of the raw material so that my finished product is going to be produced over here. So my production goes on in the continuous basis. Okay, so this is the material requisition form. The requirement of the raw material is communicated to the supplier through the factory. Okay, so with this, what you are going to do, we will tell the requirement of the raw material to the supplier. Okay, so whatever the supplier is there, so with this form I am going to send the requirement, my requirement, I require this material. Okay, so the supplier will send that material through this one, and this material requisition form has serial number. We need to mention the serial number that is that going to be changed over here. Okay, each time you are going to do. Then date. Okay, at what date you are going to just material code number. So in industry, for manufacturing a final product, it requires thousands of the raw material. Just like if you are going to take the example of your bike, एक बाईक जर बनवायची आहे तर बाईकमध्ये किती पार्ट्स असतील, तर बाईक्समध्ये आहे ना छोटे मोठे करून जवळपास 1000पर्यंत पार्ट्स असतात. मग त्यामध्ये स्क्रू असेल, वॉशर असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये तुमचं कार्बोरेटर असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये ब्रेक शू असेल, एन नंबर ऑफ पार्ट्स आर देअर. हेडलॅम्प असेल, टेल लॅम्प असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये कव्हर असेल. Okay, so it has n number of part and each part has its unique code. So material code number is mentioned in this one. Then the description of this material is over there. Okay, so in the description, what you are going to just mention over here in the description, say it is my headlight. So I will mention a what is the quantity required. So that quantity may be your 10 units, 20 units, 100 unit, whatever the quantity, what may be the rate. Okay, unit and total. So this is the you are going to, and authorized by storekeeper, calculation and price check by the, received by, bill card enter, received as per the order by. Okay, so when you are going to give the requisition, you need to fill this form, and these forms are going to be filled with later on. So raw material receive report. Okay, so you are going to send your requirement in this form. This rate may be tentative, that may be going to be changed, okay, in the negotiation by the middle level manager or the purchase manager over there. Then the second form that is going to be commonly used in the industry is the raw material received report. Okay, This is what I have taken my requisition, I have taken my requirement. या फॉर्मने आपण आपली रिक्वायरमेंट दिलेली आहे की मला हे मटेरियल लागणार आहे. आणि आता दुसऱ्या याच्यामध्ये काय आहे की तुम्हाला मटेरियल रिसीव्ह झालेलं आहे. सप्लायरला आपण रिक्वायरमेंट दिलेली आहे. सप्लायरला आपण रिक्वायरमेंट दिली की मला एवढ्या एवढ्या क्वांटिटीमध्ये हे मटेरियल लागतंय. आता सप्लायरने काय केलं, ते मटेरियल पॅक केलं आहे आणि आपल्याकडे शिप केलेलं आहे. ओके, सो along with that he will give you the raw material received report. So this report is used to keep record of the material received. Okay, so this form is very useful to check out the inventory, that what is the quantity of the raw materials available in the industry at any point of time. It helps supervisor to keep the information about whether all the received material is as per the order given. Okay, so with this one he will check whatever the order which is given by the supervisor and the material is available in the market is same as per the requirement or not. If the quantity of material is not good, then such material can be returned back to the supplier. Okay, and if the material is not as per the requirement of the, not as per the requirement, then he can return that material. Just like nowadays most of the students are going to purchase from Amazon, Flipkart, all these websites. Okay, e-commerce website वरनं आपण बऱ्याचशा ऑर्डर करतो. आपण ऑर्डर करताना जर ऑर्डर करताना तुम्ही एखादी ऑर्डर दिली, त्यानंतर शिपमेंट केलं जातं. शिपमेंट केल्यानंतर तुम्ही जेव्हा रिसीव्ह करता अँड इफ दॅट मटेरियल इज ॲज नॉट ॲज पर युअर रिक्वायरमेंट, तुम्हाला जसं पाहिजे तसं नसेल तर आपण काय करतो, ते रिटर्न करतो. इन द सेम मॅनर इफ द क्वांटिटी ऑफ द मटेरियल इज नॉट गुड, ऑफ द क्वालिटी ऑफ द मटेरियल, किंवा जे तुम्हाला पाहिजे त्या प्रकारची क्वालिटी मिळाली नाही, किंवा तुम्हाला जो पाहिजे तो कलर वगैरे काय असेल सेलफोनमध्ये वगैरे, सो यू कॅन रिटर्न इट. So in the same manner, industry also, if the material quality is not at per the standard set by the industry, then the company will return it back to the supplier. So the form of material received report is as below. So this is your material received report, in which what are the major parameters: received at time and date. Okay, कुठल्या टाइमला तुम्ही रिसीव्ह केलं, टाइम अँड डिलिव्हरी डेट, डिलिव्हर फ्रॉम पॉइंट टू and delivery date. These are the very important thing. At what time you are received, when it was delivered, okay, and at delivery date, your purchase order number over there, supplier name and address, okay, and raw material and quantity received. How much raw material you have received, quantity, what is the description of that, what is the grade. Grade it's given by the quality team is there. There is a separate department in the organization that is called as the quality control department, QC department. The quality control department will just find out, and then condition of good, whether it is damaged or it is intact, okay, seal is broken or like that one. So what is the condition of the good that you are going to just, because sometimes what happen during the transportation, some material may get damaged also, so you need to mention over the condition of the good over here. Counted by, inspected by, and approved by. So these are the things which are given in the material received report. Then the third, raw material interprocessing report. Okay, so what is going to be covered in this report? So this form can be used for efficient management of the raw material. What is the purpose of this form? For efficient management of the raw material, I am going to use the raw material interprocessing form. This form can be used to hand over particular raw material from one person to another person, or from one process to another process. So with this form is normally used inside the organization. Okay, say I want to hand over the material, particular raw material, from one department to another department, or from one person to another person, because the person is responsible for whatever the raw material he is received in the industry. इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये जे काही रॉ मटेरियल तुम्हाला दिलं जाईल त्याची रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी त्या पर्टिक्युलर वर्करला असेल. सपोज एखाद्या वर्करला 100 युनिटचं रॉ मटेरियल दिलं गेलं, ओके, आणि मध्येच काहीतरी प्रॉब्लेममुळे तो जो वर्कर असेल तो त्या कामवरनं दुसऱ्याकडे स्विच केलं गेलं किंवा तो नाही आला, तर त्यांनी तो फॉर्म भरून द्यायचा की आय हॅव ट्रान्सफर दिस मटेरियल फ्रॉम एक्स पर्सन टू वाय पर्सन. कीपिंग रेकॉर्ड ऑफ द मटेरियल ट्रान्सफरिंग can help supervisor to determine at which place raw material need to be ordered. So when I am going to use this one, this will help the supervisor to maintain the inventory. Okay, and remember one thing, inventory is very very important. Okay, so what is the inventory? We are going to place some stock. इन्व्हेंटरी म्हणजे काय, आपण आहे ना आपल्या घरामध्ये थोडाफार स्टॉक ठेवत असतो इन केस ऑफ इमर्जन्सी. बिकॉज सिम्पल एक्झाम्पल, आता प्रत्येकाच्या घरामध्ये धान्य वगैरे भरलं जातं, ओके. किंवा सेकंड एक्झाम्पल घेऊया आपण, की आपण घरी डेली आपण स्वयंपाक बनवतो, सो त्याच्यामध्ये चपाती वगैरे बनवल्या जातात. तर आपण वेळेवर आटा वगैरे घेऊन येतो का, आज संध्याकाळी मला स्वयंपाक करायचा आहे, सो मी मार्केटमध्ये जाईल. ओके. त्यानंतर गेहू परचेस केल्यानंतर गिरणीमध्ये जायचं, तिथनं दळून आणायचं, नंतर चपाती बनवायच्या. We are not going to do what you are going to do. We are going to purchase 10 kg, 7 kg, whatever that. We are going to just go to the flour mill. We are going to just convert that grain into the flour, and then you are going to store it for few days. ओके. सो इन द सेम मॅनर इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये पण हेच होतं. इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये जे मेंटेन केलं जातं इन्व्हेंटरी, रॉ मटेरियल जे आहे, सो रॉ मटेरियल इज नीड टू बी परचेस फ्रॉम द सप्लायर. Okay, so the supplier will send the raw material to the industry, and industry will convert that raw material into the finished good. Okay, so sometimes what happened, due to some problems, there may be transportation strike, there may be some problem with the supplier, or there may be some internal issue. Because of this, what happens, the material cannot be, if the material is not available, the working of the industry will stop. जर रॉ मटेरियल अवेलेबल नसेल तर इंडस्ट्रीचं वर्किंग काय होईल, थांबून जाईल. सो त्या केसेसमध्ये इंडस्ट्रीचा लॉस होईल, कारण इंडस्ट्रीला त्यांच्या वर्कर्सला सॅलरी पे करायची आहे, इंडस्ट्रीला त्याच्या मशीन्स बंद ठेवावं लागतील. सो ही इज नॉट एबल टू, द इंडस्ट्री इज नॉट एबल टू रिकवर द मनी. Okay, so they need their system should be continuously in working state. So for that purpose they need to maintain the raw material, a stock of raw material. Just like in the last semester we have studied the electrical power generation, in which we have studied the coal based thermal power plant. In coal based thermal power plant, the starting time of the coal based thermal power plant is nearly 18 to 48 hours, depending on the size of the coal based thermal power plant. Okay, so for that purpose, if and the raw material, which is coal, is not at the thermal power plant location, we need to transport the coal from one location to another location. Say we are going to consider the case of your नाशिक. नाशिक जवळ एकलहरेला एक थर्मल पॉवर प्लांट आहे. त्याची जर केस आपण स्टडी केली, तर एकलहरे नाशिकच्या जवळपास कोल माइन्स नाहीये. कोल माइन्स सगळे आपण कुठं तिथं ट्रान्सफर करतो. वी आर गोइंग टू ट्रान्सफर फ्रॉम द चंद्रपूर साइड. Okay, so when you are going to transport the coal, if because of some reason my coal is not going to be transported at that location, my power plant will stop working, and if I need to again start it, it requires 18 to 48 hours for starting purpose. During that periods, all the workers are going to be idle. Okay, but I need to pay the salary, so I need to maintain the stock, and that maintaining of the stock is called as the inventory. So inventory is very very important in the organization. Okay, now the new concept is JIT, just in time inventory. Okay, so this is very good, but all the industry cannot implement that JIT concept. JIT is normally used in the Japan. ओके, जापानमध्ये JIT कन्सेप्ट बघायचं होतं, जस्ट इन टाइम. त्याच्यामध्ये इन्व्हेंटरीचा स्टॉक केला जात नाही. तुमची जशी रिक्वायरमेंट असेल, ॲट द सेम टाइम we are giving order to the supplier will send to the company, and the company will just try continuous production. JIT is commonly used in the some MNC companies, but it required very accurate supply chain management system. ओके, तुमची सप्लाय चेन मॅनेजमेंट सिस्टम तेवढी स्ट्रॉंग असेल तरच तुम्ही JIT ला यूज करू शकता. अदरवाइज JIT कॅनॉट बी यूज इफ यू आर टोटली डिपेंड ऑन द JIT इन केस ऑफ आवर से. जस्ट वेट.